Hello and welcome, Lander Lobos fans, to round one of the Pacific Northwest Regional Baseball Tournament here in City Park. We've just got underway here as the Lobos take on the Cheyenne Coyotes in round one. It is a cloudy, overcast afternoon here in City Park, a little bit humid, some rain drizzling on and off. And a strikeout to get things underway in the tournament here from Evan Stevenson. It's a familiar opponent here in round one of the tournament. Cheyenne, of course, a team that the Lobos know well from recent tournaments, both state and the DR3 Memorial Tournament. That was last month. Another nice strike there from Stevenson here in the top of the first, one out. And swung on for strike two. So Stevenson now one strike away from his second strikeout of the young game. And strike three called there, 2 outs now. Stevenson just found the outside of the strike zone, says the umpire behind the plate. And now with 2 outs and nobody on, Stevenson just one away from bringing the Lobos up to bat for the first time in this game. Swung on strike one. That one's tipped up and over the backstop by Zeus Montaneres. So along with Stevenson, tonight's starting lineup for the Lobos includes Connor Higginbotham, Braxton Byers, Caden Rowan, Teddy Rivera, Jacob Bush, Sam Bush, Will Bush, Ben Shade, and Nate Childers. Just high from Stevenson. So drop ball and the throw to first. Sam Bush takes his time, gets the third out. So 3 up, 3 down for the Lobos there. A good start to the game, a good start to the tournament. And as the Cheyenne Coyotes take the field for the first time, we will go over their starting lineup as well. Coyotes this evening on the mound, we've got Trey Roybal. We also have Eli Polk, Ray Worth, Jesus Manzanares, Isaiah Yoder, Dawson Elder, Riker Hager, Ryan Deathridge, Brody Arias, and Garrett Pullum. Head coaches for the Coyotes are Sam Thomas and Drayden Morrison. So it is still 0-0 here going into the bottom of the first inning. So first up to bat this evening in City Park, we will have Connor Higginbotham, tonight's first baseman, leading things off for the Lobos. So it's the much anticipated Pacific Northwest Regional Tournament beginning tonight. We'll be continuing with a lot of games all through the next week. This is a week-long tournament. An honor to host for the Lobos last night, an exciting concert just across the fence there on the main stage in City Park featured Chancey Williams. So Connor Higginbotham watches strike one. So the last time these two teams faced each other was in the state tournament in Rock Springs. Lobos won that game 9-8. Higginbotham takes a swing, strike two. And a hard swing drives that one foul down the third baseline. Higginbotham still alive. We do have Evan Stevenson on deck and Braxton Byers, number 32, in the hole. And Higginbotham chips that up high, and it is caught. So one out now. That one sailed way up into the air, but nice work from the Coyotes' number 4, Isaiah Yoder, to crash quickly and make the catch. Now it's Evan Stevenson at the plate for the Lobos. And a high arcing slow strike one. Just low, 1-1 now. Just outside from the left-handed pitcher Trey Roybal. 2 balls, 1 strike. Similar pitch there, but a fraction inside and a strike called, so 2-2 now. Good eye from Stevenson to fill the count. 3-2. And low once again, ball 4. So Evan Stevenson gets on base, walks to first, which will bring up Braxton Byers with 1 out. Swung on and hit. Bounces between third base and shortstop into left field. And Braxton Byers with a nice single. Progresses Evan Stevens into second. So the Lobos have something going here with one out in the bottom of the first. Here comes Teddy Rivera. Caden Rowan, my apologies. Caden Rowan, number 31. Braxton Byers didn't expect that to be caught, so double play there by the Coyotes to end the first inning. So the Lobos on the verge of a bit of a rally there, suddenly ended by the double play, which will bring the Coyotes back up in the top of the second inning. Score still 0-0. So the Lobos will be back in action tomorrow for the second round of the tournament. That's kicking off at noon. Their third game will take place at 7 p.m. Thursday. So up steps Isaiah Yoder for the Coyotes here in the top of the second inning, batting in the cleanup position for Cheyenne. So that one just makes the slightest contact with Yoder, who walks on to first. So the Lobos coaching staff with a little bit of a protest there about Isaiah Yoder's advancement to first, but we're continuing on, no change, and Evan Stevenson throws a fastball just low. Nice stop there from Sam Bush behind the plate. Keeping Yoder at first for now. Three and one the count. Nice composure there from Stevenson to find strike two. Full count now. Nobody out in the top of the second. And there's ball four. So now runners on first and second for the Coyotes. And it's Riker Hager, number 8, with the red gloves stepping up to the plate for the first time in this game. Fast, but well inside from Stevenson. Sam Bush there just giving Stevenson a moment for a breath as he looks to find his groove here in the second. Close shave there at second base, but Isaiah Yoder is safe. Just a hair outside. Strike two. Stevenson versus Hager, the full count pitch. Got him. Another strikeout for Stevenson. Now 1 out in the top of the first. Still Coyotes on first and second bases. So that one's chipped into left field, and here comes the throw back into the infield. Jacob Bush at third base makes the catch and prevents the Coyotes from scoring for now, but the bases are loaded. Here's Brody Arias, number 23. An opportunity here for the Coyotes in the second. High and inside, Arias ducks out of the way.
Deep breath for me, kid. You're fine.
Connor, somebody should get some lights going up.
1-1. Evan Stevenson found the outside of the strike zone there.
The coaches they're too busy.
And that one's hit into the ground, bounces over Stevenson's head. The throw to first gets there in time. So the Lobos get the second out, but the Coyotes score. So one run to 0 with runners on second and third. And it's the Coyotes pitcher, Trey Roybal, at the plate. Fastball is just high. And a lot of movement on that one from Stevenson. Nice similar pitch, strike 2. The 2-2 pitch to Roybal. Got him. Evan Stevenson wraps things up well there under a bit of pressure in the top of the second. Coyotes did manage to score 1 run, but Stevenson keeps the margin tight. 4 strikeouts for him already in this game as we head to the bottom of the second. So as always, we are grateful for all of you fans at home tuning into the YO Today live stream to support the Lander Lobos from afar. We will be live streaming all of the Lobos games throughout this tournament, including tomorrow's game at noon, Thursday's game at 7 p.m. Beyond that, times are as of yet unknown, but we will keep you all posted as that becomes clear. For now, though, here in City Park, we're entering the bottom of the second inning where the Lobos are down 1-0. Overcast and humid this evening, though currently not raining or storming, which is good. A bit of a cooler respite after several very warm days in Lander. And here comes Teddy Rivera, number 43. Good eye from Rivera, watches ball one. Took a swing at that, couldn't connect, 1-1 now. And another swing and a miss there from Rivera. Doesn't seem too happy with his choice there, but gathering himself now, ready to go again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rivera swings, strike 3, 1 out now. Off the top of the glove of Ray Worth, and Jacob Bush beats the throw, and he's safe at first. It was close, a good hustle there from Bush. The ground ball went off the top of the glove of Ray Worth, who I realize now I previously incorrectly identified as Trey Roybal. Trey Roybal is actually playing at third base, and Ray Worth, number 24, has been on the mound throughout the game so far for Cheyenne. Here's Sam Bush. Takes a swing, strike 1. That one's play at second, and at first, it's close. But he's out at first, so another double play from the Coyotes to end the second inning. A quick turn at second base gets both Bush brothers out, and we're entering the third with the Lobos trailing 1-0. So a quick moving game so far. We're entering the third inning with less than half an hour played. Both teams pitching well so far. It's Ray Worth for the Coyotes and Stevenson for the Lobos. And we will have Garrett Pullum coming up to the plate first, followed by Eli Polk.
Coach Reese, you need a helmet on?
And in the hole, it's Ray Worth.
You heard me. Thank you.
So here we go. The first pitch of the third inning is well outside, but swung on for strike one. So Garrett Pullum ducked, but strike two called. That was just high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now against Garrett Pullum for Evan Stevenson.
Up a tick.
The umpire thought about that for half a second, but ball 2 called, and here comes the 2-2 pitch. So, strikeout number 5 for Evan Stevenson. 1 out here in the top of the third. Back to the beginning of the batting order for the Coyotes with Eli Polk, number 5. Strike 1. High and inside, ball 1.
Please return all foul balls to the crow's nest.
Polk got a piece of that one and sent it into the park. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Hit high into left field, and it's caught. Will Bush makes the catch from left field. Seemed to be a bit of a tricky one. The ball was well high into the air, and the trajectory of it just had Will Bush stepping in and then back out, but he got under it in the end. And there are now 2 out for the Lobos here in the top of the third. That's pitcher against pitcher here. Stevenson pitching to Worth. Worth got a piece of that, sent it into the parking lot where it bounced, luckily, just between 2 parked cars. Several kids run off at a full sprint to recover that foul ball. Best of luck to both parties. So it dropped third strike in the throw to first. Cool and calm. There is out number 3. So well done there from Evan Stevenson. 3 up, 3 down. That was just what the Lobos needed. And now they've got another chance to get the bats going in the bottom of the third. Good eye from Will Bush, just low, ball 1. Will Bush just gets a little piece of that, and it dribbles towards second base. It's going to be close at first, but Will Bush is out. That looked ever so close, but once again, good fielding from the Coyotes makes the play. And up steps Ben Shade, number 18, his first at-bat of the game here in the third inning. 1 out, nobody on. That was low, bounced off the plate, ball 1. And ball 2 is high and outside. Nate Childers on deck and Connor Higginbotham in the hole for the Lobos. That was off the end of Shade's bat, fouled down the first baseline. That was watched carefully all the way by Shade. 3 balls, 1 strike. Full count. The full count pitch is high, and Ben Shade walks to first.
You tell my kid no. I don't want that free bases channel. He knows.
So 1 out and Ben Shade on first base for the Lobos. This is Nate Childers at the plate. Shows for the bunt, makes connection, but it's a little bit too much on it. He's out at first, but progresses Ben Shade to second and allows the Lobos to return to the top of their batting order with Connor Higginbotham.
Let's go, Higgy.
Worth's fastball just outside, ball 1.
Come on, Higgy.
So Connor Higginbotham yet to find a pitch he likes. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tying runner on second base. Little piece of that one, but just foul into the dirt. May have gone off the toe of the Coyotes catcher. The 2-2 pitch. Into the dirt, but a good stop by the attentive number 5 Eli Polk. 3-2. Higginbotham had to swing at that, got a little piece of it. Stays alive. Just low and inside. Connor Higginbotham walking to first. A good battle there between Higginbotham and Ray Worth. Ultimately, Higginbotham won that one, gets on base for his team at a crucial time. Still 2 out, and Evan Stevenson steps up to bat. Stevenson sees strike one right down the middle. It was well inside, but Stevenson got a piece of it with a bit of a golf swing. No balls, 2 strikes. So that'll do it. Lobos once again not quite able to get their runners over home plate. The score remains 1-0. The Coyotes narrowly leading heading into the 4th inning. So here's Evan Stevenson still on the mound, preparing to pitch his 4th inning. Evan Stevenson has done well so far, keeping the game close and earning 5 strikeouts in the process. And the temperature continues to cool off here in City Park. Jesus Manzanares will be getting us underway in the 4th. And we do have the pizza food truck on site tonight here in City Park. That truck has become a staple of Lobos home games in recent months. Several fans in the stands enjoying it. There's a fast strike one from Stevenson. Right down the middle. That one's tipped high up into the air, into distant infield where Braxton Byers just leaned to the left to make the catch. Good communication from the Lobos infield, and it's 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Isaiah Yoder makes a connection. Braxton Byers makes the play at shortstop, and the throw to first is perfect. An excellent play all around there from Byers. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Just a high degree of difficulty all around there from the fielding to the throw. Byers executed it all beautifully, and now Dawson Elder steps up to the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2. The Lobos really locked in here in the top of the 4th. There it is. Strikeout number 6 for Stevenson, and 3 up, 3 down. 2 stellar plays there from Braxton Byers at shortstop, combined with good pitching from Stevenson. Made for a half an inning that was less than 5 minutes long, and suddenly the Lobos back up to bat with another opportunity.
Stop digging in my mouth. What? Oh, he like pitch count for Evan.
Catcher tried to take a picture of.
So it is still Ray Worth on the mound for the Coyotes in the bottom of the 4th. Braxton Byers coming up to the plate for his second at-bat of the game. Byers is 1-1 this evening with a single
What did you tell him?
in the first inning.
Not deal with you.
Lobos trying to ride the momentum of an excellently defended top of the 4th here with some offense. Just low, ball 1. Worth against Byers. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's hit hard into deep center left. It's gonna drop just over the fence, and a home run from Braxton Byers gets the Lobos back in this game. A solo home run in the bottom of the 4th ties it up. So Braxton Byers hit that one hard. It had a lot of height on it. Looked like it may just drop inside the fence, but in the end, it went over, and Byers with a timely run for his team. Not to mention on the back of 2 excellent plays from shortstop at the top of the 4th. Byers putting the team on his back currently, and Caden Rowan now with an opportunity to keep things going. Outside, ball 1. And that's chipped up toward first base. Caden Rowan is going to try to dodge the tag, but they got him. Some alert fielding there from number 4, Isaiah Yoder, for the Coyotes. Caden Rowan nearly able to dodge the tag, but not quite. Here comes Teddy Rivera. Teddy Rivera hits one hard toward first base, but Yoder makes the play. 2 good plays from Yoder at first, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes number 37, Jacob Bush. He's 1 for 1 on the night. The single in the 2nd inning. Bush watches ball 1 bounce off the plate and into the catcher's mitt. Bush swung hard, couldn't connect. 1-1. Another hard swing there from Bush. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jacob Bush did well to refrain from swinging at that one. 2-2 now. And swung on hard to second base and fielded well for the third out, and that'll take us to the top of the fifth. Tied 1-1 here in City Park. So as we've seen throughout the season, the Cheyenne Coyotes and the Lander Lobos are two evenly matched teams. When these two teams face each other, the score is typically very close, and we're seeing that again here tonight. Top of the fifth inning, 1 run apiece for each team. Evan Stevenson still on the mound.
We're sorry. She's like, are you the
Kelso.
She said, are you the DJ? And I was like, no. Who is? That was my friend. She's like, can you make a request?
So here we go into the fifth. We will be doing 7 innings per the Pacific Northwest tournament rules. No time limits on this game. Not that we would need them anyway. It's been a very fast-moving game. We're an hour in and already in the top of the fifth. Defense-driven performances from both teams, and a well-executed bunt there, but it does just bounce foul.
Way to be moving, Sam.
Swung on for strike 2. And a called third strike. Evan Stevenson, that is strikeout number 7. And strike 1, Evan Stevenson really finding a groove here. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the fifth.
He's at 58. 59. What? 59.
Oh, and dropped into the inner strike zone for strike number 2. Strike 3. Two outs now in the top of the 5th. Evan Stevenson finding his best form in these last few innings, and it's number 23 for the Coyotes, Brody Arias. Just high, ball 1. So Evan Stevenson doing well once again to just use that lower outside corner of the strike zone to get these Coyotes reaching, and so one batter away from taking us to the bottom of the 5th.
Lots of ribs. Yeah, you only need a few. What's one broken? Half stain. Yes. So it wasn't just me? Nope.
So Sam Bush, the catcher, just taking a moment to recover from an impact in the chest. He seems to be okay, though. Able to carry on. One ball, 2 strikes. Stevenson versus Arias. It's tipped behind, and Cheyenne's number 23 stays alive. Just outside. 2-2 the count now, as City Park is just bathed in some nice evening light. The trees beyond the outfield fence are lit up nicely. And that's clipped into shallow center field. And Teddy Rivera with an excellent play, charging over from second base to get under that one. So just more beautiful defense from the Lobos there in the 5th. And I think everyone behind the plate in the stands thought that ball was going to drop down, but Teddy Rivera got there in time on the sprint.
After 105, how long ago? 2 days.
After 105.
He cannot go past 105.
That's all we need to know.
Okay. Do not have
So here we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Still tied 1-1. Two evenly matched teams just trying to find an offensive edge over each other, as the defensive game from both squads has been immaculate. Still Ray Worth on the mound for the Coyotes in the bottom of the 5th. So it's Sam Bush for the Lobos here in the bottom of the fifth. A good eye just outside. That pitch more central but low for ball 2. And it's Will Bush on deck, Ben Shade in the hole. The lights are on here in City Park as we enter the dusk hours of the day. Hard cut from Sam, couldn't connect. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's ball 4. Nobody out and a Lobo on first base with Will Bush, number 34, up to bat. Will Bush 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out his last time up. Hit hard into shallow center field, and the Lobos have something going here in the bottom of the fifth with nobody out as a nice rainbow appears in the outfield. I think you'll even be able to see that in your screen for those of you watching along at home. There's a rainbow just forming above that center right field area. And here's Ben Shade at the plate. And off the inner handle of Ben Shade's bat, lobbed up and caught. So 1 out now with Nate Childers coming up for his second at-bat appearance of this game. Childers grounded out his first time up.
Let it travel, kid.
And a timeout from the Coyotes. We may have a pitching change here for Cheyenne. So Rayworth continues on for now for the Coyotes. Lobos on first and second, 1 out. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the rainbow in the outfield is getting more vibrant by the second. And that one swung on by Childers and chased behind the Coyotes dugout. Isaiah Yoder really committed to that one, but couldn't make the catch. So Nate Childers still alive here with 2 strikes. Good eye from Childers. 2-2 now the count. Swung on and Nate Childers strikes out. A good cut, but could not make contact. So now it's 2 outs as we return to the top of the Lobos batting order with Connor Higginbotham. So once again, the Lobos looking to drive some runners in with 2 outs on the board. Higginbotham with a line drive through the center. Higginbotham loads the bases there. His first hit of the evening. And good cautious base running from the Lobos to stay at third and not take the chance of heading home with 2 outs. And Evan Stevenson now with the opportunity to give his team the lead. And the rainbow has turned into some sort of double rainbow with a full spectrum. Amazing scenes here in City Park. Low and outside, ball 1. It's fouled behind by Evan Stevenson.
Please return all foul balls. Stupid Mike.
High and outside. And tipped back behind again by Stevenson to stay alive.
No, you don't. You do not have to give him anything. Thank you. I have like 4 balls up here. Like what? Not to listen to you? My kids have been doing it their whole lives. Exactly. I took notes from your wife on the way over.
Is Brax there, Dustin? Is Brax there?
Where's your kid?
Where's your kid?
Axe.
Okay, thank you.
I've got 4 of them. There's no gum.
And Evan Stevenson strikes out with the bases loaded.
Evan.
So once again, the Lobos unable to capitalize with an opportunity to take the lead. Good battle there from Stevenson to stay alive, but in the end, the Coyotes managed to keep the score tied 1-1 heading into the 6th. And here we go into the 6th. Score still tied 1-1. Evan Stevenson still on the mound for the Lobos. Ball 1 is inside. Trey Roybal backed off quickly to dodge it.
Hey, deep breath. Let's go.
2 balls, no strikes. So Roybal gave a look of confusion to the called strike 1 there. Two and 1. Fastball from Stevenson, strike 2. And there's strike 3. So Roybal watched 3 strikes go by there, and Evan Stevenson gets the 6th inning off to a promising start for the Lobos with strikeout number 9 on the evening. This is Garrett Pullum at the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2. And that's clipped toward right field, but foul. And Stevenson strikes out Pullum. 2 outs. A fresh start for the Coyotes batting order here with Eli Polk, number 5. One and one. Ooh, just slightly high, slightly outside from Stevenson. 2-2 the count. High and inside, full count. Evan Stevenson versus Eli Polk. And got him. So Evan Stevenson with 3 strikeouts in a row. Just about unhittable in the 6th inning. Lobos coming up once again with the game still tied. And the low-scoring game so far is not a result of cold bats so much from either team. It's more quality defense. That said, in recent innings, Evan Stevenson has been pitching lights out, keeping his team in the game. Meanwhile, the Coyotes responding well with consistently quality fielding throughout the evening. And the sky has started to turn into some slight pinkish, bluish, purple tones as we begin to enjoy the sunset here in City Park. Rainbow still going strong. And Ray Worth still going strong as well on the plate, preparing to pitch his 6th inning. Both teams sticking with their starting pitchers here late in the game. And it's clear why. They're both pitching excellent games and keeping their pitch counts to a minimum. So here we go into the bottom of inning number 6. For the Lobos, it's going to be Braxton Byers kicking things off from the plate. Byers, of course, with the Lobos' only score of the game with that solo home run a few innings ago. Byers is 2-2 on the night. And all the Lobos fans will be pleased to see him step up to the plate once again. Just outside. Byers thought about it, but held off. Ball 1. And pitch 2 is similar. Just high, just outside. We will see Caden Rowan and Teddy Rivera this inning as well. So another outside pitch, but Byers elected to swing at that one. So the count is 3-1 now. And there's ball 4. Three and 1 is the count. And there's ball 4. So Byers heads to first with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. So there was a little bit of confusion there, but So Caden Rowan took that pitch in the ankle, hobbled momentarily, but now he seems just fine as he progresses to first base. And
They're saying he faked it and he didn't.
That's right. Tim's about to say that. Kristen's about to get lost.
so a bit of a dispute from the Cheyenne coach, who seems to be claiming that the pitch did not hit Caden Rowan, but as far as we could tell from up here, it did. So the conclusion here is unknown momentarily. We'll await to see what the umpires in the infield decide. So no change to the proceedings. Caden Rowan at first, Braxton Byers at second, and it's Teddy Rivera at the plate with nobody out. So Teddy Rivera committed to the bunt there, strike one. And a hard swing, but it was just out of his reach.
Head down, fine barrel now, let's go.
No balls and 2 strikes. And Teddy Rivera swings at strike 3. So now the Lobos, with runners on first and second, have
Say the right kid.
Jacob Bush coming up to bat. And the bunt from Jacob Bush, it's placed well in the throw to first. Jacob Bush out at first, but able to progress both Rowan and Byers to second and third, respectively. So good offensive contribution there from Jacob Bush to progress the winning runs to second and third bases, but still work to do here in the bottom of the 6th.
Sam, don't chase. Wait, listen. No. Those two walking over there were dancing.
Sam Bush swings again.
No, it's the center fielder. Okay.
Can't connect. No balls, 2 strikes. Sam Bush sent it over the backstop to stay alive, still facing the 0-2 count here. And hit high in the vicinity of first base, where Isaiah Yoder makes the catch to end the inning and send us into the 7th. Somehow still tied 1-1. The Lobos once again able to get the bats going, get players on base, but unable to get them over the plate.
Don't imitate us. That would get me killed.
Yeah, I'm starting to have like a
Into the 7th we go. Neither team able to score in recent innings. The last player from either team to cross the plate was Braxton Byers after hitting one over the outfield fence back in the 4th inning. We are into the 7th and final inning, but of course, we do need a result in this game to keep the tournament moving forward. So if we remain tied at the end of 7, we will be going to extra innings. Both teams now with final opportunity to finish things off in the regulation 7. So here we go. It's Evan Stevenson still on the mound, preparing to pitch his 7th inning. He's been just getting better and better throughout this game, so clear to see why he continues and keeps things going there with strike 1. Strike 2. 2 pitches, both swung on. Evan Stevenson on the verge of another strikeout. Just high and outside. Good eye from Ray Worth, the Coyotes pitcher. So strike 3 called. Ray Worth thought it was outside. The umpire disagreed, and Evan Stevenson has strikeout number 11. The Lobos have 1 out in the top of the 7th. Ground ball up the middle. Through the gap, and Jesus Manzanares gets on first base. Now it's Isaiah Yoder, number 4, the Coyotes' first baseman. So Manzanares progresses to second base for the Coyotes. Good stop there behind the plate by Sam Bush, but it just bounced high into the air, allowing time for the base runner to make the steal. Low and outside, but a good stop from Bush behind the plate. Just inside over the head of Yoder. Yoder has been a major component of the Coyotes' successful defense tonight from first base. Now he's looking to contribute on offense, this critical part of the game. Ooh, and into the low back of Isaiah Yoder, who seems okay, walks to first. And the Lobos infield will chat. So it's runners on first and second for the Coyotes. One out. Number 22, Dawson Elder at the plate. It's a compelling game of baseball. Everyone in the stands is captivated. It's really tight. Both teams looking to find an edge late in the game as Evan Stevenson throws a hard strike, finding the lower outside corner of the strike zone. And the throw to third is past Jacob Bush, and that'll allow one Coyote to score. They'll take the lead 2-1. So Stevenson threw strike two. Sam Bush was quick to rise and make the throw to his brother at third base, but just got away from him, and unfortunately for the Lobos, in a moment that could have been the second out of the inning, resulted in the Coyotes' second run. Ground ball through the center and gets past Evan Stevenson, allowing Yoder to score for the Coyotes. 3-1 now. Still the one out.
Do you want a card or a candy?
So this is Riker Hager, number 8 at the plate.
Evan, don't worry about the runner.
Strike one. The throw to second. Looked good, but it was just a little high. Strike three. So another strikeout for Evan Stevenson. Much needed at this stage. 2 outs now with a Coyote on second base, and at the plate, it's Ryan Deathridge. The Lobos looking to keep the gap between the two teams to a minimum here. Down 3-1 with just one more opportunity left to get a result in the game. But first, they need one more out. Ground ball to second base. And that's bobbled, and Deathridge safe at first. Teddy Rivera got an unfortunate bounce there, and the Coyotes continue on offense. Brody Arias at the plate. Good stop there from Sam Bush, and an important stop. Situation calls for some composure from the Lobos here in the top of the 7th. Evan Stevenson 1 strike away from bringing the Lobos back up to bat. So strike 3 called. So that'll do it for the top of the 7th, an inning in which the Coyotes scored 2 all-important runs to take the lead 3-1. Now it's the Lobos with an opportunity to get back into this game. They've shown throughout the game that they can get on base and get runners into scoring positions. They'll have to do the same again here, but take it one step further and score at least a couple of runs. And as the evening light dies and the field is lit up by the stadium lights, the drama is intense here in City Park in round 1 of the Pacific Northwest Regional Tournament. So it's still Rayworth on the mound for the Coyotes. The starting pitcher looks to finish this one out. The recipe here with Worth on the mound has worked so far in this game for the Coyotes, so they elect not to make a change now here at this late stage in which the Lobos need to get the bats going in order to find a result in round 1. And it's Will Bush, number 34, to get things going. Ball 1. Hit hard by Bush, and that'll drop into shallow left, so exactly what the Lobos needed to get things going there. Will Bush with his second hit of the night, and up comes Ben Shade. So Ben Shade, a player who has come alive in clutch moments at times this season for the Lobos, at the plate now with a runner on first. Ball 1, and Bush dives down to the bag and is safe at first. Ben Shade swings at strike 2. And there's strike 3. So Ben Shade strikes out. The Coyotes have 1. Will Bush on first base for the Lobos. And Nate Childers coming up to bat. So we have Darius Boyer coming into the game here. He will be batting, not Nate Childers, as I mentioned before. So a change at a crucial moment for the Lobos. Boyer, number 33, with his first at-bat of the night in a moment of need for the Lobos here with a runner on first and 1 out. Well outside for ball 1. So a balk called, and that'll mean ball 2 rather than ball 1. So 2-0 is the count. Just low. 3-0 the count. Darius Boyer watched that one. 3 balls and 1 strike. That one's low and inside. So Darius Boyer walks to first. The Lobos now with runners on first and second. So a pinch runner here for the Lobos. Darius Boyer heads back to the dugout, and Juan Herrera takes over on first base. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Connor Higginbotham once again at the top of the Lander Lobos batting order. Strike 1 called. Higginbotham didn't like the look of it. One and one. So Higginbotham hits one high into central right field. It's caught. So 2 outs now. The tying run is on first base for the Lobos, and Evan Stevenson, who has pitched a fantastic game comes up to bat. So Rayworth against Evan Stevenson here in the bottom of the 7th. High and outside, ball 1.
Dustin, they can finish the batter, correct? 104. That was 105 right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check, make sure I wasn't messing anybody up.
Evan Stevenson takes a swing, doesn't connect, 1-1. Just low, ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Braxton Beyer is on deck. Caden Roan in the hole. Strike 2 call just on the outer fringe of the strike zone there. And there's strike 3 called. Evan Stevenson elects not to swing, and the Cheyenne Coyotes win it in the 7th inning. The Lobos did well to get something going there in the bottom of the 7th, but just couldn't finish it off once again. Is sort of the story of their offensive performance in the game. Did really well to set things up, but just couldn't find ways to finish their offensive productivity and get runs on the board. So in a tightly contested game 1, good performances from both teams. The Lander Lobos lose 3-1 against the Cheyenne Coyotes.
Well, and he has to watch their shirt. There's just
Just have class. You win with class. You won. You're good. You both finished great games.
So a tough game in round 1 of the Pacific Northwest Regional Tournament for the Lobos. It's really a game all about defense. Both teams pitching really well. Ray Worth for the Coyotes, Evan Stevenson for the Lobos. A game in which the Lobos' only run came from a Braxton Byers solo home run. In all of the following innings, the Lobos were able to get runners on base. They just couldn't quite find a way to get them around the bases and over home plate. So the Lobos, after losing here in round 1, will be back in action tomorrow in round 2. That game's set to start at noon. So be sure to tune in. We will be here streaming the game live, and the Lobos will be looking to bounce back from this tough loss here on a cool evening in City Park. Thank you, as always, for tuning in with WYO today to root for the Lobos from afar. We will see you next time, and go Lobos.